Hello everyone. Today we are going to cover the important chapter of our science syllabus class 8th and which is the pollution of air and water. So first we had to understand what is air pollution. Okay. So in previous chapter, okay, we have already studied about the harmful changes taking place in our surrounding, okay, and their effects in our life. So anything which changes the normal combination of the air or water is called as beta pollution. That means the contamination of air or water is called as air or water pollution. Now we will understand what are the important factors that affects the normal air. That means about the air pollutants. So air get polluted from the natural sources like smoke, dust rising from the forest fire, volcanic eruption, okay, pollution such as power plant and automobiles exhaust and burning of the firewood and are nothing but the man-made pollutants. Okay, so here we have to understand what are pollutants. So pollutants are the factor which causes the air pollution, okay, are called as air pollutants. Okay, example we have carbon dioxide, we have nitrogen oxide, we have carbon monoxide, methane, sulfur dioxide are the major air pollutants. Okay, if their level is increases below like above the permissible limit, then they causes the pollution. Okay, and they have like very strong heat holding capacity and causes the global warming also. We will understand each point in this chapter one by one. So first we have to understand what is pollution. So pollution is the environmental pollution refers to the undesirable change in the surrounding, okay, that have adverse effect on the plant, animal and other biological and physical component of the environment is called as beta pollution. It's called as pollution. Okay. Substance that causes the pollution are called as pollutants. Very important. I'm just highlighting the important part here. What are pollutants? Substance that causes the pollution are called as pollutants. Pollutants can be liquid, they may be solid, or they may be gases. The substance becomes pollutant when its concentration is greater than the natural abundance. That means if the percentage of any pollutant increases above the permissible limit or above the natural limit, then it is called as pollution. And increases and in concentration is either due to the human activity or due to the natural phenomenon. Okay, they will cause the pollution to the air, water, etc. Okay, now we have to understand what are the types of pollution. What are the types of pollution? First, we have beta air pollution. Second, we have water pollution. Third, we have soil pollution. Fourth, we have sound pollution. And last but not the least, we have light pollution also. It is due to the radiation. But in our syllabus, we have only air pollution and water pollution. We will understand these two pollution in detail in this chapter. So first, we will start the air pollution. What is air pollution? The air pollution is the introduction of the pollutants. They may be organic molecule or other hazardous substance into the Earth's atmosphere is called as air pollution. Is called as air pollution. What are the major sources of air pollution? So we have divided on the basis of their availability. Like if they are from natural sources, then they are called as natural pollutants. If they are artificial, means like man-made, then they are called as man-made pollutants. Okay, so in natural pollution, okay, natural factor that causes air pollution are the forest fire, dust storm, volcanic activities, volcano eruptions, etc. What are the man-made sources of air pollution? So we have power plants, we have homes from where the firewood or maybe they burn and they releases harmful gases into the atmosphere. Industries, they releases the smoke and other factors which causes the air pollution. Then oil refineries and transportation. These are the sources by which air pollutants are released directly into the atmosphere. Hence, they are called as beta man-made pollutants. Oh, okay, they are called as man-made source of air pollution. Now, we have to understand what are the effects of air pollution. So, they causes allergies, diseases, and even death of the human along with other animals also. Not it causes harmful effect to human only, but it causes harmful effect to animal and plants also. Causes birth defects in the newborn babies. Newborn babies, they get adversely affected due to the air pollution and they born with the defects. Endangers animal health. Okay, air pollution also endangers animal health and welfare of the plant and vegetation also. That's why air pollution is harmful to animal, plant, and human beings also. Now we have to understand each pollutants in detail. So we will understand about the air pollutants. The substance which accumulates in the air in high enough concentration that is hazardous to all the organism, whether they are plant or animal, or to the material exposed to air, okay, are called as beta air pollutants. They are called as air pollutants. These may be present as solid, liquid, or gaseous form. The air pollutants may be solid like dust particle, liquid like vapors, and gases like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, methane, etc. For example, methane, it is the gaseous pollutant, chlorofluorocarbon, particle matter, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, lead, heavy metal, sand particles, etc. are called as beta are nothing but the air pollutants. They causes pollution to air. Now we will understand each pollutants and their sources one by one. So first we will understand about the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. What are the various sources of carbon dioxide? First we have to understand the sources of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So cement production factories, deforestation,
So, how can
burning.
cement production or deforestation be a sources of carbon dioxide?
Okay, see,
Cement production and deforestation.
in cement production, gypsum is is used, which is treated at a very high temperature, and where the crusher, like the powder form of the stone, is being used there. So, in order to like heat them at a high temperature, the furnace are being used. They releases carbon dioxide. Deforestation means if carbon dioxide is being released into surrounding, that carbon dioxide is being absorbed by the plant for the photosynthesis. If deforestation is there, then the carbon dioxide which is not being absorbed by the plant, so the carbon dioxide level will increase in the surrounding. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Burning of the fuel like gasoline, they are hydrocarbon. Natural gases, oil, coal, wood, petrol, diesel, etc. are the petroleum. Fossil fuel like coal, if you will burn, they are made up of the carbon and hydrogen. So when you will burn such fuel, they will release carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide into surrounding. These are main sources of carbon dioxide. Now the sources of carbon monoxide. Okay, a toxic air pollution. That carbon monoxide is a very toxic in nature. It is releases from the incomplete combustion of carbon containing compounds, especially the fuel. When any hydrocarbon or carbon fuel which is burned in limited supply of air, then carbon monoxide gas is being released. So these are the main sources of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Now we will understand about the sulfur and nitrogen oxide. So nitrogen oxide and sulfur dioxide are the major air pollutants. Nitrogen and sulfur, they present in fossil fuel and petroleum. When they burns, so where sulfur as well as nitrogen both are present, they also react with oxygen to form sulfur will form sulfur dioxide and nitrogen will form nitrogen dioxide. Their main source is petroleum, refineries, combustion of the fossil fuel like coal in power plant, etc. Their sulfur and nitrogen will get oxidized in presence of oxygen to form sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. How they affect the animal and other organism? So they directly affect the respiratory system of the animal, including permanent lung damage. Okay, that sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide will react with atmospheric component like water and air, will form sulfur dioxide as sulfuric acid and nitric acid. That sulfur dioxide will react with water and oxygen to form sulfuric acid, which is H2SO4. The nitrogen oxide will react with water and oxygen to form HNO3, which is nitric acid beta. Okay, so that nitric acid and sulfuric acid then accumulate with clouds and they mix there and acid rain, they causes acid rain. So acid rain is again the major cause of the sulfur and nitrogen oxide. Photochemical smog, which causes the breathing difficulties in most of the animal. Now we will understand about the particulate matter they causes the air pollution. So particles of the solid or liquid then remain suspended in air, water or gases are called as beta particulates. They are called as particulates. Example, we have dust particle, we have pollen grains of the flower of many plants, we have debris, we have soot particles, we have acid droplets and smoke in the air. They are presented in suspended form. Even you cannot identify with your naked eyes. They are already present in our atmosphere and they causes air pollution. They causes, okay, what are the causes? They combustion. See, they are releases from the combustion of the material substance, any combustible substance. They produces from the construction sites, road dust, power plants, industries, deforestation, and agricultural activities. These are the main sources of particulate matter that causes air pollution. What are the effects of particulate matter? The main effect, they directly affect the respiratory system of the animal and also causes the heart disease. The respiratory system is nothing but it is called as asthma. And due to the respiratory system, heart disorder and asthma, the newborn baby, they born with the defects also. So these are the main effects of particulate matter. Now, next air pollutant, we will discuss about the smog. Smoke is made up of the smoke and the fog. So we can say smoke plus fog equals to smog. Their types. Here we have classical smog and photochemical smog. What is classical smog? This type of smog occurs in areas with humid climate, means water is there, and high concentration of the sulfur oxide in the air. So water plus sulfur dioxide. Okay, if they like sulfur dioxide present in humid air, they causes the classical smog. It is a mixture of smoke, fog, and mainly the sulfur dioxide gas. Is called as beta classical smog. What is photochemical smog? This type of smog prevalent in areas with dry, sunny climate, very important, and large number of automobiles. It is formed primarily as a result of chemical interaction among the nitrogen oxide and the sunlight. Okay, nitrogen oxide they becomes more poisonous in presence or like more dangerous in presence of sunlight or radiant energy. That's why they are called as photochemical smog. What are the effect of classical and photochemical smog? So they causes the breathing difficulties such as asthma, cough, wheezing, etc. Inhibits the plant growth also because they when comes in or they attach with the leaf of the plant, they reduces the process of photosynthesis due to which plant cannot produce the sufficient nutrition for them. Hence, their growth bars and causes widespread damage to the crop and forest also. Photochemical smog leads to the corrosion of metal because it present acid, okay, that nitrogen oxide and sunlight, they becomes like again they attract with they react with atmospheric water droplet to form acid and they causes the corrosion of the metal, building material building material as well as the painted surface also, they affect them drastically. So both classical as well as photochemical smog are dangerous and hence they causes the air pollution. Next, very important, which is the chlorofluorocarbon. It is in short, it is called as CFS. So chlorofluorocarbon is the are the component of chlorine, fluorine, and carbon. So from chlorine we have chloro, from fluorine we have fluoro and carbon. So chlorine, fluorine, and carbon compounds are called as beta chlorofluorocarbon. Components of the aerosol sprays. Okay, the chlorofluorocarbon generally they are used in ACs and cooling plant. That means in refrigeration. And when this chlorofluorocarbon comes in contact with atmospheric ozone layer, they deplete the ozone into oxygen. Hence, chlorofluorocarbon deplete the ozone layer of our atmosphere. And ozone layer is very important. It protects us from the ultraviolet radiation coming from the sun. If chlorofluorocarbon deplete the ozone layer, then ultraviolet rays will directly enter and counters the earth surface and animal and plant and will cause many diseases related to the skin. Chlorofluorocarbon destruct the ozone layer mainly. Very important. Ozone layer that protects the earth from the sun's ultraviolet radiation. Ultraviolet radiation exposures can lead to skin cancer, suppression of the immune system. It will reduce the immunity also. Even the causes eye damage. These are the main cause of the ultraviolet rays. If ozone layer will get depleted by the chlorofluorocarbon, then the person or the animal will suffer from the skin cancer disease, then will reduce the immunity and may cause the eye damage also, will causes the eye damage. So these are the harmful effect of the ultraviolet rays if chlorofluorocarbon will deplete the ozone layer then. Now, how air pollution affects the various sculpture and monuments of the India and all over the world also. So first we will discuss here about the Taj Mahal. Effects of the air pollution on Taj Mahal is really very you can say surprising, not surprisingly, but it causes the loss of our monuments priority, because that air pollution, due to the air pollution, the Taj Mahal's the shine is reducing every year. The carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide reacts with the water vapor present in the atmosphere to form carbonic acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid, respectively. This acid drop down on the rain, okay, they mix with the rain and causes the acid rain. That acid rain, okay, reacts with the material which is used for the preparation or the construction of the Taj Mahal, okay, and it deplete the material which is used for making Taj Mahal. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So acid rain corrode the marble. That marble is used for the construction of Taj Mahal. That marble is nothing but it is the chemical substance that react with carbonic acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid and corrode it, due to which the shine of the Taj Mahal decreases every year. Air pollution is turning a white marble into the black. So that's why that white Taj Mahal now has become little yellowish color and it is becoming slowly black.
Sir, but you said it will turn into black, then why is it turning into yellow first?
Because it is not corrode completely, no, the upper layer it is not corrode completely, that's why. After few years, if pollution will again will increase, then will turn into the black.
So is it after few years or like few months or so?
Few year
Because
it will take, if pollution will stay there, like the pollution which is increasing day by day, if the rate of increasing will remains constant, then otherwise due to lockdown, most of the pollution of that particular area or all over the world, you can say, is reduced already. Okay,
okay, sir.
now we have to understand how air pollution causes the global warming. Global warming is nothing but sudden increase in temperature of the atmosphere of the earth is called the global warming. So first we have to understand what is greenhouse. The gases which are responsible for the greenhouse effect are called as greenhouse gases. Example, we have water vapor, nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, and methane are the greenhouse gases. What is the greenhouse effect? Most of the solar radiation passes through our atmosphere of the earth. The earth's surface radiate heat back toward the space. Suppose this is the earth's surface, most of the radiation will fall on the earth and will reflect back into the atmosphere. A part of it, okay, when that it reflected from earth to the outer environment or the space, part of the radiant energy is being absorbed by the water molecule, nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, and methane. By the greenhouse gases, okay, in the earth atmosphere, this effect maintain the livable temperature on the earth surface, because these greenhouse gases have capacity to hold energy or heat energy in them and causes the increase in temperature of the earth surface. It is nothing but the global warming. Now, global warming, we have to understand what is global warming. The increase in average temperature of the earth atmosphere due to excess greenhouse gases present in atmosphere is called as global warming. What are the causes of global warming? What causes the global warming? First is the deforestation. Because if deforestation is there, carbon dioxide level will increase. Industries, oil refineries, power plant, excess burning of the fossil fuel like natural gas, oil, coal, petrol, diesel, etc. They release most of the greenhouse gases, and they have heat holding capacity, due to which sudden rises the temperature of the atmosphere. It is called as global warming. Now we have to understand what are the effects of global warming. So first, here we have, it warms the climate. On average, the Earth's temperature has become warmer than it was earlier. Natural calamities, like if there is an increase in occurrence and severity of the natural calamities such as flood, cyclone and earthquake. Rise the sea level. See, we know that most of the water.
Earthquake, sir.
See what happens generally. Cyclone, when earthquakes took place, that earth cracks and most of the gases are being released from the deep layer of the earth, and this deep layer of that gases releases from there, that particular part causes the global warming also, because they have high heat holding capacity in them. So these are the natural calamities by which the greenhouse, due to the greenhouse effect, if sudden rise in temperature is there, so such natural calamities, they are going to happen in future. If sudden rise in temperature or the global warming will take place, so such calamities will took place again and again. Okay, due to increase in temperature of the atmosphere, in polar region we have what glacier. This glacier will melt due to increase in temperature and will cause in rise in water level of the ocean, due to which, okay, the pattern of the rain will get changed. The coastal region, like most of the cities are being situated and villages are being situated near the coastal region, will get flooded back again. Okay, so these are the causes of the global warming, you can say. So due to the global warming, there is a rise in sea level due to the melting of the polar ice caps. Severe weather events like shifting of the climate pattern, so climate pattern will also change, has been adverse, okay, is absorbed across the globe, will change due to the global warming. If rise in temperature of the earth atmosphere will take place, such kind of effect will going to take place in our surrounding, and that particular situation, the life on earth will be in danger. So these are the pollutants and their adverse effect in our atmosphere. Now we have to understand how to reduce the air pollution. So now we have to understand measure to reduce the air pollution. So such global warming and other pollution of air will not take place in future. We have to take proper measure to reduce the air pollution in future. So we had to encourage use of compressed natural gas instead of fossil fuel, petrol, diesel, oil, etc. It is a cleaner fuel as compared to the petrol, diesel. So we had to switch on compressed natural gas over petrol and diesel. Use of the unleaded petrol. The unleaded petrol does not emit harmful gases into the environment. Proper waste management must be there so that we can maintain the hygiene by proper disposal of the waste to areas where they can be left. Incinerated or the dispose of that waste into the safe manner so that they can be used for the useful purpose. Use of public transportation instead of the private transportation, okay, or carpooling, as you can say, so that number of vehicle will get reduced on the road, due to which traffic also will get reduced and petrol diesel fuel we can save for the future. It is economical if you will share the bus, auto, etc. If you will use the public transport, it is economical. Okay, is congestion on the road and also reduces the emission of the large extent air pollutants. Okay, so here we have to use public transport, proper waste management, use of unleaded petrol, and encourage to use of compressed natural gas. We can reduce the air pollution. Understood everyone? Air pollution.
Yes, sir.
Now we're going to understand about the water pollution. So the contamination of water is called as water pollution. So water pollution is the contamination of the water bodies with the harmful waste is called as water pollution. What are the causes? What causes the water pollution? It is the urbanization, industrialization, agricultural activities, and religious and social practices. Now, what are the major pollution or major sources of the water pollution? So here we have urbanization. See, if urbanization is there, most of the waste material like oil, gas, batteries, acid, household chemical, and detergent powder is being released from there and will directly flows into the water. Along with the water will flows through the water bodies and will pollute the water bodies also. In agricultural activity, we are using manure, chemical fertilizer, nutrient, and insecticide and pesticide. They will again mixed with water and will mixed with the water bodies and will contaminate that. Forest. Sedimentation and pathogens from the animal face and fecal matter will get mixed with water, and by runoff the water will mix with the water bodies and will also pollute the water. Then the discharge from the industries like sewage, chemicals, and carcinogens, they directly releases into the water body and causes the air pollution. So urbanization, agricultural activities from the forest and the industries, they causes the air pollution, water pollution directly. Is it everyone?
Yes, sir.
So that diagrams explain us everything about the water pollution. Now, water pollutants we have to understand. The substances that pollute the water are called as water pollutants. Example, we have detergent, chemical dumps by the hospitals, insecticide and herbicide used in agricultural activities. They are the main source of water pollution. What are the effect of water pollution on the river Ganga? We have to understand that. The town and cities through which the river flows through the large quantities of garbage, untreated sewage, dead bodies, and many other harmful things directly flows that drop into the river itself, which causes the air pollution. Pollution in Ganga is choking the aquatic life and hindering the growth of the plant. Ganga is one of the 10 most endangered rivers all over the world. Now we have to understand about the potable water. What is potable water? The water which is drinkable is called as potable water. So water which is suitable for drinking is called as potable water. The potable water is free from all the contaminants and harmful bacteria, viruses, pathogens, etc. the water which is not potable or fit for the drinking, that screw the raw water. If such chemical will mixed in the potable water, then potable water percentage will reduce and there will be scarcity of water. Okay, now how we can use that unpotable water to make it potable water? By boiling it. So boiling the water kills most of the microbes, they may cause the disease. It protects us from the waterborne diseases also. So before drinking water, we have to boil the water. We have to filter water before drinking. So filtration is the process of separating the suspended solid matter from the liquid water. Filtering water can take away all the microbes and impurities up to the certain extent. That's why the potable water must be boiled, must be filtered, and must be chlorinated. So what is chlorination? Chlorination is done by the adding chlorine tablets or the bleaching powder to the water. This method is used to kill certain microbes like bacteria and other disease causing pathogens and other microbes in tap water. It is done by the chlorination method only. Everyone understood that chlorination?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope you have understood what is water pollution, how water pollutant are being produced, and what are the main sources of water pollution like urban, agricultural, forest, and point source. So how we can protect the water from being polluted. So whatever the material which is been discharging in water bodies, they have to first treat it for the industries, like they must have the self treatment plant so that they can make that contaminated water less toxic, and then they have to release into the water bodies. So they must have the self treatment plant so that water will not get polluted and the aquatic life will not affect drastically, and that potable water will increase so that there no scarcity of water. Okay, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is all about the water pollution. Now just do check if any doubt you have. Just go through your textbook and ask me if any doubt you have, beta.